Hello students, welcome online class. In previous video we also discussed about the armed revolutionary movement in this chapter, that revolutionary movement in Bengal. This revolutionary movement has spread in every part of the India, but especially it has a very severe to condition as developed in Bengal. And in this Bengal, that Khudiram Bose also planned to kill a judge Kingsport, but in that attack, there are the only two women killed in this attack. So that time, Prafulli Chaki was caught himself to shot himself. Means Prafulli Chaki shot himself with a bullet, but he was not in court. He will not fought the hands of British government, but Khudiram Bose was fought in the hands of British government, and he was also given their uh, punishment. But now today we are going to learn as the new point of India House and the movement. Dear student, this revolutionary movement is not spread only in the parts of our India, but these movements is also to reach in England, because many scholar students are going to their study, and these students are to work with education in England. So that time, because was important in London, India House is a very important was a center which provided for such kind of the assistance. So that time, Pandit Shyamji Krishna Verma, he was an Indian patriot, and he had established the new organization in the name of India House. And through this organization, Indian youth were given a scholarship for this higher education in England. So that education with higher scholarship in higher education scholarship was also received with the means Vinayak Damodar Savarkar. And Madam Kama raised the issues of India's independence at the World Socialist Conference. Okay, now Madam Kama, she was also participate in India's means World Socialist Conference. So that time she was called, and this conference held at Stuttgart in Germany. That time, in the same conference, she unfurled the Indian flag of India. That time, she was unfurled the flag of India. Another revolutionary associate with the India House was a youth named Madanlal Dhingra. Yes. Now, next revolutionary youth name is a Madanlal Dhingra, and Madanlal Dhingra killed the Curzon Boyle, a British officer. Due to the reason, Madanlal Dhingra was given the severe punishment and to death. Now, next movement of the Gadar movement. Gadar movement. Now, Gadar, we know that Gadar means during this period of the First World War, the revolutionary work against the British government got a momentum. The revolutionary felt that transfer to power can be brought into India with the help of enemies of the British, and in this attempt, help of Indian soldiers can also be taken. Yes, in the First World War, during the period of First World War, that the revolutionary work against, it's a very powerful to against of the British government. And this revolutionaries felt that means a transfer of power can be brought into India. It has must be, they thought that it can be to power, transfer of power can be brought into our India with the help of enemies of the British. In both of these, which of these countries are enemies, so they can be transferred to power, can be brought in our India with their help of enemies. And his attempts of attempt to help of India soldiers can be taken. Yes, now within this period, First World War, that our Indian soldiers was also to attempt help of Indian soldiers can be taken. To take advantage of this opportunity, revolutionary organization were set up. Yes, all these revolutionary youth generation, youth revolutionaries to set up as a new organization, and this organization is set up with the name of Gadar. It's one such of important organization. So dear student, both of these many people, many Indian people living in America and Canada, so they are established as the, means which people of the established the Gadar movement? So those people are living too in America or Canada. So these people are to establish the new organization as the name of Gadar. So that time Lala Hardayal, Bhai Papanand, Dr. Panuran, and Sadashiv Thakurji. Both of these leaders also to living in America or also Canada. So they are to set up. These leaders are also to establish and to participate in a Gadar movement. Now, what is the meaning of Gadar? So Gadar means revolt, and it's we are calling to Marathi in Sangharsh. So the word Gadar means revolt, and Gadar was the general of that organization that acted as its of mouthpiece. Means it can do show, it can do that feel as their general of the organization that acted as its mouthpiece. Through the general effects of the British rule in India were pointed out. Yes. Now this movement has two effects of our this Gadar's work, the Gadar's movement, these Gadars of the organization, the work to effect on the British rule in our India, were pointed out. It gave information about the daring deeds of the revolutionaries. Yes, that time all these revolutionaries has dared as against of the British government, and in this way, love for the nation and armed rebellion was the message given through the general brothers to the Indians. Yes, all youth. Young revolutionaries that to participate in the Gadar movement. So these revolutionaries has given their message of one is love for nation and second armed rebellion. So this message has given through the general as Gadar to our Indian. The leaders of the Gadar organization decided to take the advantage of this war-like situation. Yes. Now this in this First World War, so all these revolutionary leaders means in participating in Gadar organization, so they are decided to take the advantage of this war-like situation, and they drew out of a plan of revolt in Punjab. Yes. Now these revolutionaries, the first plan has drew out a plan of revolt in Punjab against the British. They persuaded the Indian soldiers in British army to join in their revolt. Yes, means in our Punjab provincial, all these Indian, they are persuaded the Indian soldiers in British army to join in their revolt. It was decided that Raj Bihari Bose and Vishnu Ganesh Pingre should lead the revolt. Yes, that time Raj Bihari Bose and Vishnu Ganesh Pingre, both of these young leaders were also to lead this revolt. But due to the treachery, the British traced out the plan. But before that, this plan has to know about the British soldiers. British traced this plan, and Pingley fell into the hands of the British government and British police, and he was hanged to death. But Raspberry Bose escapes successfully. Vishnu, Pingle means Vishnu Ganesh Pingle, he was falls into the hands of the police, and he given the punishment of hanging death. But Raspberry Bose, he was escaped successfully, and he went to Japan and continued his revolutionary work. Raspberry, he was escaped, and he was reached at Japan, and he was continuing their revolutionary work from the Japan. The revolutionary movement was active in our countries during this First World War. In the Berlin, Virendranath Chattopadhyay, Bhupendra Datta and Hardayal prepared anti-British plans in cooperation with the German Foreign Ministry. Yes, in Berlin, means Germany. All this revolutionary movement was actively in other countries also because those people are living in America, Canada, Germany, etc. So these young leaders are to participate and to spread this revolutionary movement in Germany that Vedannath Chattopadhyay, Bhupendra Dutt, Hardayal, both of these prepared as anti-British plans in cooperation with their or a German foreign ministry. In 1915, because Germany was also against of the British, means England. So British foreign ministry was help to this young ministry, young of the revolutionary. In 1950s, Mahendra Pratap, Mahendra Pratap, Baratullah and Obidullah Sindhi established the provincial government of the Free in Kabul. Yes, Abidullah, Baratullah and Mahendra Pratap, both of these young leaders to as establish the new organization in Kabul that the name of Provincial Government of Free India. These all this revolutionary has to very successful throughout their our India and also other countries. Now next of the Kapuri conspiracy. The Kapuri conspiracy was very important that because Chandrasekhar Azad Chandrasekhar Azad. So this point will be take the next period. Thank you.